Family, look, I don't know if y'all heard what is happening and what is being said, but I believe this is very important because it's being said in the government. They are looking to pass this bill. Stay tuned to the end because this information right here, this is really going to affect a lot of people. This is going to get a lot of people jammed up also. So make sure you listen because this is starting to get crazy. This is really starting to get crazy. You want to tell them what it is?
Listen, right now,
stop.
as we're speaking.
Alert.
What? As we're speaking, literally, breaking news. The U.S., can we just say shout out to Ohio? Why is everybody from Ohio? The vice president's from Ohio.
You gotta follow the right people.
This governor's from Ohio.
Yeah.
What is it with Ohio?
You gotta follow the right people.
Ohio has a lot of Jewish power.
Yeah, but you gotta follow the right people from Ohio.
Elite power.
Right? So these people are doing certain things. They're in certain powers, but we from Ohio too, right? And we trying to give you guys some gems. We trying to really help you guys, but they over there, they're trying to pull some people down.
Lock you in.
So,
because look, Ohio has the Schottensteins, Wexner, like very, very, okay, I'm gonna break the news.
Alert.
I'm gonna break the news. The U.S. is about to ban dual citizenship. And the person who is prompting this is none other than Republican Governor, I don't want to butcher this man's name. He's from Ohio. I'm going to find his name somewhere. I got to go find his name. But listen, they are literally about to end dual citizenship. So if you have dual citizenship and you are an American person, but you also have that Ghanaian passport, you're American, but you also have a Malta passport. You're American, but you also have a Greek passport. You're American, but you have a UK passport.
Panama.
You're American, but you have a South African passport.
Yeah.
You're American, but you have a Panama passport. You're going to have to choose a side. The Republicans are saying, this is it. They're kicking out. They already remember, we just covered the 19-country crackdown, where they're saying there's 19 countries across Africa and the Middle East that will not be able to get in, that will not renew their green cards, that will be on the next boat, ship, train, whatever they're taking home.
Submarine.
And now, submarine. And now they're saying this is it. If you're an American, you're going to have to choose if you want to be American or Spanish, American or Ghanaian, American or Beninese. If you want to be from America or Benin, you're going to have to choose one of those, okay? Because in the last 12 months, the U.S. has been taking a different stance that we've never seen on global mobility, immigration, and citizenship. And y'all know this is the latest update. It's all over social media. It's all over the news networks, seemingly just last night. But I'm going to tell you the secret behind all of this, because on the surface, it seems like, okay, well, maybe it's just for national security or, whatever. But listen, we were talking about this during lunch.
Yeah. And I do want to say this before we get really into it. This is a bill that still needs to be passed, right? But why is it on news channels? Why is it on social media? That's what you have to tell yourself. Why is it that they're talking about this? Because this is about to happen pretty soon. It's going to be right in front of our face pretty soon. And we're going to have to choose, like, which passport do you want if you are a dual citizen?
Yeah, you're going to have to choose one. And we have been saying this on our members channel, telling them you may want to hold off on getting a second citizenship. Members that have been on this channel for over a year, over 6 months, chime in down below and let them know you've been saying this. You may want to make sure you're in neutral territory because you're going into a World War III era where it's not enough to say, well, I want to have also this passport and this passport. America's not doing that no more. So you're going to have to renounce and pay the $2,600 fee, or you're going to have to choose to be of a different nation. Dual citizens will be forced, I repeat, forced to renounce one citizenship or the other. Future dual citizenship will be illegal. New stricter rules on foreign allegiance will be introduced. And this is what governments really mean when they say national security. Because ending dual citizenship has very little to do with terrorism, espionage, or hostile agents. It's really about preventing you from having options.
Yeah.
It's also about controlling your passport. They definitely don't want you to be a dual citizen in Russia, China, or Iran. Does North Korea even do dual citizenship? Probably not. A lot of countries don't do it. So America doing this is also like, there's a lot of countries on earth, especially in Africa, that don't even allow dual citizenship. They really want you to just choose a side. This is also going to be a crackdown. So if you're someone that uses other bank accounts, you may want to be more particular about how you're moving your money. We go over this in our programs. You want to use digital nomad accounts. You want to be in neutral zones. Because it used to be in the era of 2020, you would travel, they might freeze your account just because you're in a new area. Well, now they might just close it down. Now it might just be like, nope, we're not even gonna freeze it. You're done. You're locked out because you stepped foot into the Congo, because you stepped foot into Sudan, because you stepped foot into Myanmar or Cambodia.
Yeah, or Somalia.
Yeah.
Because I know that's a big thing that's happening now with Somalia. So, yeah, you really got to pay attention of what's going on, because this, I believe that it's going to set people back a lot. And I know how our people think. It's like, oh, I'm just going to forget. I don't want the American passport, right? But you got to think, like this American passport is still powerful and gives you a lot of benefits, right? And you said something. You said you got to pick a side. And think about that spiritually too. You got to pick a side. You got to allow the Most High to lead and guide you in this. If you have that dual citizenship, you got to look. It's getting serious.
Question: if you have dual citizenship, which country are you choosing?
Yeah, would you denounce your American citizenship?
Yeah.
That's the question right there. Would you?
And then here's the crazy part about all of this, because I was just like, I wonder historically in other world wars, before the world wars, had any countries done this before? Leave a comment down below if you know what I'm about to say. Because I took a look, and during World Wars I and II, none other than the Great British Empire, which is literally America's mother, did the same steps. Stopped third country nationals from coming in. They stopped everybody from coming in. They stopped other Europeans from coming into Great Britain. Stopped these people from coming in. And then they said, hey, we're not going to be issuing any more citizenships. You're not going to be able to be mobile, and they're going to get ready to do the draft. They already did the draft in America. That was last year. That's old news. So they can have you in a draft at any moment.
Quick.
At any moment. It's already legalized. It's already in the government. It's already done. And so the United Kingdom, the Great British Empire, also stopped people from being dual citizens right before World Wars I and II popped off. Because what this is really about is more than just control. It's like, hey, we're about to go into a world war zone. I don't know if you heard about Russia and what they said to Europe. You're going to have to look at the other video because we've covered that as well. But Russia, Putin had some interesting words. Putin said, look, I'm not going to start the fight, but if Europe does one more thing, if they go one more inch, Finland already joined NATO. See, because I don't know if y'all were listening in history class, but I love history. And so in history class, they would tell you, if people join NATO, like Finland, like Belarus, all of these nations that are by Russia, Russia sees it as you're escalating. Because from Russia's perspective, they feel like these nations shouldn't be going further east. These nations should just stay where they are and not join NATO, not join the West, because NATO is a Western alliance. I believe Japan is also a part of NATO. And so Russia, with Finland joining, Sweden joining, places that used to be neutral in Europe, saying we're going to side with the West, Russia's like, oh no. They said, if y'all start it, we're going to finish it. And y'all better listen to Russian news. You know President Putin, I don't know if is he a president or a prime minister?
I don't know. Maybe
a prime minister?
Yeah.
He said to the
Same
Europeans and America, because when you're talking to Europe, you're talking to America. just perspective. He said he will finish the war and that he's being surgical with Ukraine right now. What does he mean by that? He means I'm being careful because he low-key cares about the Ukrainians. He doesn't want to destroy Ukraine. It's part of his territory. That's what he sees. And so he's careful with Ukraine. But he says if he were to fight Europe, it would be done quicker than ever before. So you may want to be in the global south, because if y'all watch the movies, the Southern Africa region is really the only region that can even survive a nuke.
Yeah.
It's the only region that can really even survive. Now, you hope he wouldn't even be thinking of nuclear power, but guess what? Ghana just said they're building a nuclear plant. That puts them as a target.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that's in motion. And it's going to take time, and it's going to be, right? It's not going to be overnight. Let's put it like that. But these things are being said. Countries are preparing for something way bigger. But I always say, you got to think spiritually. You got to think spiritually for sure.
And you got to know the prophecies. Don't be someone that ignores prophecy. Gog and Magog are going to turn against each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to turn against each other, and we prophesy in part. So some people may think, hey, it's Russia and China. What if it's Russia and another part of Europe? Because he's turning them against each other, like the scripture says. They're getting confused. They're like, hey, let's just obliterate each other. That's what they're thinking between Russia and Europe right now, because nobody wins in that type of war. Nobody would win. North Korea would jump in, China would jump in, Iran would jump in. And you have to decide, do I want to be in America during that time? Where do I want to be during that time? Or do I want to be in the south, like even more south of West Africa, more south of East Africa? Do I want to be as far south as I could possibly get? It literally says in the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 13, I will confuse you and turn you against each other, talking to Gog and Magog. I will overthrow thrones and destroy the strength of kingdoms. Haggai, chapter 2:22. When empires begin arguing over these borders, digital identity, military obligations, and citizenship loyalty, we're seeing geopolitical fragmentation, a breaking of that old world power. They used to be the Western world.
Yeah, it's happening. It's not gonna wait on. It's not gonna wait on you. It's not gonna wait on us. But you just got to be strategic with the next steps that you take. Like it's time to really get serious, because this is gonna affect a lot of people. And a lot of people are gonna be confused, and you just never know what could happen after this. I kind of got an idea, but
Yeah, the next 5 years are not about tourism. It's not time to look and say, okay, this is the prettiest country, this is the cutest country, this is the one where I like the buildings. You better be somewhere that's going to hold up during the end times, that's actually going to survive, okay? And so you may be thinking, how do I prepare? Well, I would secure long-term residency somewhere like Mauritius, possibly Kenya. I would be hesitant on Ghana. I don't like that they're doing that nuclear plant. I would be hesitant on them. Maybe Rwanda. Hesitant on Thailand, not sure how that would, because you're so close to China and Russia. Mexico, for some people, that's their safe place. Panama is very much south. So that's another safe place if you want to be on that side. But you could also diversify into St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, Brazil, Argentina, and just move south, okay? Because the global north is just, they're imploding on each other. Like, they can't stop. Yeah, so join the Mature Adult Intensive. Check out the links in the description. Visit our website, www.journeywithusmovetoafrica.com, if you're like, I want to get out before everything erupts and explodes. I want to strategize and prepare so I don't have to be last minute. I want to have options for my family, options for myself, options beyond just stay in America and deal with all of the headache, the heartache, the wartime crisis, the new laws, the restrictions of movement, the crazy food, the violence, the high cost of living, the healthcare. Yeah, I could go on and on. That's
I know.
one of my favorite topics.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to talk about. But guys, look, the time is now to choose. Like, really, you really got to get serious about what you are gonna do next. And it's not gonna get better. Put it like that. And I know we say this time after time, but it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse, especially if you are in America or Europe, as we see.
Yeah.
So.
Prepare your options before they give out restrictions. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, family. Peace.